in the shadow of New York City. The Garden State Athletic Network brings you tonight's contest between the Millburn Millers and the Hornets of Passaic Valley High School. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you here at the 50-yard line. Nick, two teams, each with one blemish on the record, looking to keep things going. You don't want that second loss. I had prepped all week for a contrast to styles here, only to find out there's news in terms of who's starting for the host Passaic Valley.
Yes, indeed. You said contrast to styles. That is the perfect way to describe it. One team gets it done throughout the air. The other one gets it done on the ground. Both teams do have a blemish on their record. However, though, the story of those blemishes is two very different things. I think with a red-hot crowd that we're seeing in front of us tonight, this is due to be not just an exciting game, but I think a very intriguing game. I think the stats will tell you a lot bigger of a story than expected when you look at the rosters.
You look at the stats, you look at Millburn, P.J. Sicoli, starting quarterback number one, 439 yards rushing, leading the team on the ground, 114 yards passing, obviously as quarterback leading the team through the air. You look across at Passaic Valley, Anthony Bagnulo, 414 yards, the team's leading passer, but he's not in pads tonight.
Exactly, yeah, that's the big story coming in. Bagnulo out for injury, with an injury to his ankle. That was one of the big questions we were asking all week, is going to be who's going to be back there commanding the helm of the offense. And commanding it today for Passaic Valley is going to be Dante Benvenuti, who is no slouch at all, an absolute athlete, all-state performer. He's everything to this team. He's a wide receiver, he's a kicker, he's a linebacker. He is basically whatever you need him to be, he is that guy. But that's not saying that they're going against some slouches either. P.J. Sicoli is a monster on the ground, 439 yards rushing. They are a dominant team, the Millburn Millers, on the ground. And the big thing, too, is when you look at the wins, they have been dominant. Beat Pingree 42-27. Beat Behringer 34-18. They lost to Livingston 48-7, so that's a tough one. But then they beat Dwight Morrow 28-14. So they are no slouch to putting points on the board.
Talking to Millburn coach Dan Guyton in his second year leading the Millers on the field before the game, he did not mince words. We laid an egg against Livingston, he said. We're now going to pause for the national anthem.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be played on guitar by Passaic Valley students Ivan Petrosevsky and Braden McGovern.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls. At Total Recovery Physical Therapy, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. And we're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today at 973-857-1616 and keep playing your best. Captains at midfield for the toss. Dante Benvenuti, number 8. He will start the game at quarterback, somewhat unexpectedly, but as Passaic Valley coach Max Wassel said, next man up. Also out there for the Hornets, number 34, Christian Maletta, and number 56, Richard Breitweiser. No surprise, Paul Sicoli out there for the Millers, along with number 55, Samuel Fishkin. Trying to get the third captain, but he's behind.
I believe it's number 8, Wesley Dykeman, is going to be that third captain. One big story that I was looking at coming into this game is in the 2020s, Passaic Valley has owned this series against the Millburn Millers. They won the first game 21-14. And then the last 2 games, Millburn has been outscored 85-8. So you know the Millers are really trying to get some revenge on today.
You got to come into a game like that with a chip on your shoulder, thinking it ends tonight.
Exactly.
This
That's exactly right.
ends tonight.
I think this is going to be a physical matchup. I think it's going to be a quick matchup. It's going to be exciting nonetheless.
And it puts you in a bind if you're the team that is on the right side of those one-sided victories. Because, all right, yeah, we got these guys, but you can't get complacent. You can't think it's just going to be like the last 2 matchups.
That's exactly right. And don't forget, again, you're a team coming in with a lot of injuries on your roster, some big injuries as well. So you can't come in here expecting that this is going to be the same old game that you played the last 2 years. It won't work that way. And I think the Millburn Millers, they got some size and some beef on that side of the line. So I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. This might be a great game in the trenches.
Millburn will kick off. So you're going to see Benvenuti at quarterback to start the game. He's not going to sit there through what could be a long drive with a Millburn team that likes to run the ball. Get him out there, get him some snaps. Coach Max Wassel was happy with the way he played, thrown in on no notice last week in the victory over New Milford.
Exactly, and not to mention back deep to return the kick is Benvenuti, as well as number 4, Nicky Huliev. And Huliev has been the leading rusher for Passaic Valley coming into today, 184 yards on the ground. So he's a bulldozer as well. So you got 2 strong running games. Let's see what happens.
I will say one thing. You've coached, Nick. I've coached. I don't like my quarterback back there running back kicks. It's short. Run back and running across the field is Huliev.
And Huliev did a great job getting back to the 25. So now let's see what this offense is going to look like. We went into pre-production meetings thinking one guy's going to be starting. We come to find out a completely different guy's going out there. Let's see what kind of style you've got. Is this going to be a whole new PV offense, or is this going to be what people call the Lamar Jackson effect, where you just put your best athlete back there and have him run the show?
Talking to Max Wassel, I heard references to Lamar Jackson, and I heard references to running the same offense. Benvenuti in the gun. Huliev to his left. Takes the handoff to Huliev up the right side. Turns upfield. Gets tackled by 3, but not before picking up 10 and moving the chains on the first snap.
A great job there, Passaic Valley doing an excellent work with that H-back lined up to the right. Great job of kicking out, and then Huliev getting north-south. That's one of the big things a lot of running backs coaches will tell you. Get north-south. Don't go east to west. Just get upfield and get those positive yardage.
Now, we saw a lot of motion during pregame warm-up when they were running team offense. We didn't see any there. I wonder when they start to roll that out.
I think maybe we might see it here.
Huliev to the right. Instead, it's Benvenuti, and he followed his blocker. You got a flag on the play.
Thank you, holding on Passaic Valley. That play's coming back.
Justin Lewis was lined up at wing to the left side, near side here, as Passaic Valley into green with the white pants and white helmets goes from right to left. Lewis was lined up at wing, motioned from left to right, and led that quarterback keeper. Holding the call, it's going to back up to Hornets.
And so now you're basically back to almost where you started this drive at. So maybe this might be the first time that we see Benvenuti really air it out. You know, again, it's one of the intriguing things when you have a fantastic athlete. It's going to be how are they going to do in the passing game. We know the running game is going to be stout, no doubt. How are they going to be throwing the football? And when you consider PV's got athletes all over the place, have wide receiver, but that's not saying that the Millburn Millers don't have athletes on the outside. 3
receivers near side for Passaic Valley, taking the snap and making a beeline right to the left is Benvenuti. Picks up most of the penalty. He's going to set up 2nd and 7 from his own 40.
And Benvenuti did a great job there following his blockers. The outside wide receivers did a great job of sealing the edge, allowing Benvenuti to get outside and really bend it up. And that was basically about a 9-yard gain pretty much.
It was a 9+ yard gain on what really create a seal.
That's one of those plays where you just say, just get back to where the line of scrimmage started, and when you get positive yardage out of that, that's big.
Benvenuti with the snap. Juliev makes a play, cuts, he's got opening, he's through, and I don't think he's going to get caught. A 60-yard run up the left side by Nick Juliev, the 5'6", 170-pound senior. And that gives Passaic Valley the lead, 6-0, just a minute and 33 seconds into this game.
An unbelievable job by PV. We said before, this is going to be a game that's going to be won in the trenches, and Passaic Valley establishing the run game early. Juliev did a great job of following his lead blockers. You had a pulling guard coming through, breaking it right up there to about the 4 gap, and then just bursting out, just being a football player. What a play.
Benvenuti with the kick. It's up. And it's no good, just wide.
I think maybe you might have had a low snap on that one, so maybe you might have rushed the kick just a bit. So great job here.
Here's the run again.
And again,
Nick, what do you see here?
A great job pulling out there, not just from the guard, but from the wing as well. Juliev did an excellent job reading his blockers. That's one of the things you have to be as a running back. You have to be patient when you see your blockers flying through. And when you know you have pullers coming across the side, you have to know that not only can I not burst all the way through there and take them out of the play, but I can't just sit back and wait, because don't forget, you got a free rusher coming through. You did a great job of staying patient. Made it easy points.
You had a pulling lineman from the right side, and he also had, again in motion, Justin Lewis, the 5'11", 195-pound junior. The wham block that he threw, he takes upfield 5 yards and does the kick out there. If you're doing your kick out on that play, 5 yards to the positive side of the line, nobody's stopping that.
Exactly, and not to mention, again, when you get great sealing off the edge from not just your wide receivers, but from your play side tackles, that allows that play to really kick up, because then it allows your guards to get into the second level and create havoc. So we'll see Benvenuti kick off here.
I'm just going to mention when Benvenuti doesn't do something tonight. And that ball is skips, and it's out of bounds off of the Millburn returner. So the Millers are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And when we were talking to Max Wassel before, the 2 players he mentioned, Paul Sicoli and Zach Orenstein, they are the lifeblood of this Millers offense. Let's see how they can do today. Number 1 and number 2, respectively. Again, 1-2 punch. We'll see how they can do. And Sicoli, again, leading rusher with 400 yards on the ground as a quarterback. That's absolutely outstanding.
We're not going to make any secret of what we're doing.
Man.
He's taking the snap, and he's running the ball at you. Stop him.
And right away, they're letting it go.
Follows his blockers. He runs into a swarm of Hornets behind the line. It's going to be a gain of 1. You had a lot of hats on the ball there, Nick.
Yeah.
But I think they came in a little high. And you're not going to be able to tackle him high all night long.
Exactly. That's a big thing with the defensive front. Again, Passaic Valley, you do have the size advantage. We will give you that. However, though, that's not saying that you have pushovers on the Millburn Millers side. So you have to get down low. You have to make sure you're repping, and you have to make sure you're filling in your gaps.
2nd and 9 from the 19. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Orenstein for the first time. He gets up the right side. He's pushed out of bounds. but not before a gain of 7 or 8, and it's going to be 3rd and short for the Millers on their first possession, trailing 6-0.
Yeah, Passaic Valley looks to be running a 4-4 defensive set, which in a sense will help you with keeping everything in front of you between the tackles. What's going to be the issue is going to be how are you going to defend the outside? How are you going to keep contained? And on that play right there, the ends kind of got pushed inside a little bit, broke open free for a big gain.
And actually, he went out of bounds earlier than I thought, and we're looking at a 3rd and 4 from just inside the 25. Spin, fake the handoff. Sicoli tried to reverse field after the spin, just never found his bearings or his footing.
Yeah.
He's shut down by the Hornets, 4th and 3, and Millburn wastes no time sending the punt unit on the field with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That's a frustrating drive because don't forget, when you have Sicoli there, he looked like if he didn't slip, he was probably going to get the first down. He had plenty of room. Got to keep your footing underneath you, especially in this type of game.
Huliev, who has the touchdown deep, calls for a fair catch and gets it at the 44, where Passaic Valley will take over 1st and 10 with 8:52 left in the first quarter.
And Passaic Valley, the big thing we saw from that drive, very, very efficient. About 5 plays, drove them right down the field. It's going to be a good one coming up.
Again, tonight's game is brought to you by Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls. At Total Recovery Physical Therapy, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized clinic. We'll get back to that after this snap.
Passaic Valley wastes no time.
Live reads are dangerous. Again, Lewis motions across, handoff to Huliev again, tries to dodge a tackle. He gets taken down for 1. Now we're going to talk about our friends at Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls, where athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. We're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today at 973-857-1616 and keep playing at your best. 2nd and 9 as Passaic Valley comes to the line.
You got Justin Lewis again lined up in that wing kind of H-back role. Huliev in the backfield with Benvenuti.
Both backs went to the right. Benvenuti keeps it left, makes a dodge, up the left sideline, touchdown. A 53-yard run up the left-hand side for Dante Benvenuti, and it's 12-0 for Passaic Valley. Just 4 minutes and 7 seconds into this contest, Nick.
And PV wastes no time getting started. Benvenuti did a great job of following his blockers. Just doing it's a basic read option. It's a basic read the defender, see where he goes, either keep it or hand it off. And then Benvenuti just being an athlete, taking advantage of the Millburn Millers getting, quote, stuck in mud. And it's blocked.
And they're now 0 for 2 on the PAT, but leading 12-0 are the Passaic Valley Hornets.
Let's take a look back at the touchdown run by Benvenuti. You see he keeps it, breaks through, finds an open gap, and then just bursts through using his speed to the outside. Great job on the outside by the wide receivers, making sure the defenders are sealed inside, allowing Dante to get the sideline to his advantage, and then burst through for a big gain.
As a former line coach, the blocking that I have seen through the 2 series tonight by Passaic Valley, I would die for. That the seals on that, the path that he had to get upfield and ladder it out to his left, some guys go a whole career and never see an opening like that.
Oh, absolutely. And again, it's just the basic reach block. It's not like they're doing anything crazy. It's not like they're coming up with some wicked scheme. It's just a basic reach block. Everybody slants down to the left, gives Dante the hole that he needs, and then again, it's just Benvenuti just being it's the greatest quote I've ever heard from coaches. Sometimes you got to just be an athlete, and he had to be an athlete there and find his way to the end zone.
Benvenuti with the kick. It's going to be short of the end zone.
He's first met by number 29.
That's a good solid return by the Millers. That's number 23, Jason Lee, the sophomore.
Hunter Emmerich on the return, and he gets the ball, ironically, almost back to the exact same spot that the last kick went out of bounds after it hit him. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 17 coming out, 18 coming out. Not great field position if you're Millburn and you're down 2 scores already.
Yeah, field position's not ideal, but that's not saying that it's impossible. That's not saying that you can't have a long drive. We have 7 minutes still left in this quarter, so there's still plenty of time to make something happen.
Tons and tons of time. Reverse there, but it's sniffed out. And I have to say, Passaic Valley is all over the ball. They're all over the misdirection. There was a scissors reverse, and it's shut down for a loss of 6 by Passaic Valley. Lots of hats on that ball.
And the play just gets blown up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackles and guards just get blown up on a double team, and then immediately you have players flying through the gaps. That's one of the major problems sometimes when you have misdirection, is that you need everything to go perfectly at the line, because you know there can be confusion when you get into the backfield area. But if the line gets blown up at the start, play's dead. And
you have to hold the blocks longer. Like if you're asking, I'm asking you for a 1-2 second block on your normal one, I need 3 or 4 if we're going to run a reverse.
And orbit motion out to the backfield.
Pitch to Orenstein. He does catch it. They're back to the 20-yard line. So
actually, I believe to credit you that was Ryder Rabinowitz, actually, who's on the toss, number 7. Yeah.
Thank you.
And again, that orbit motion. One of the benefits of orbit motion is that you get a player on the move going into the backfield. You're not going to have a linebacker that's going to be chasing him up the line of scrimmage. You can get him the ball into the backfield quickly, and then not to mention get him in space. And that's exactly what I think the Millers needed. They needed space to make the play happen.
Rolling to his right, throwing the ball, and open in the middle was number 8 for Millburn, Wesley Dykeman, and he can't get a handle. Play was there. He was on the out route coming across. Now it's a 4th and 6, and back again to punt is Dietrich for Millburn.
And that's a tough play. That's a tough play to lose. Dykeman might have to be doing some push-ups after the game for that drop, but I'll say this, Nicole did a great job putting the ball right in the area, and Dykeman holds on to it. That's a big first down.
Punts off low-line drive, and actually, I think it's going to show up in film. There was a chance to block that. Coming in off the edge, unmarked, junior Noah Redden, number 3 for Passaic Valley. I'm sure they had a return set up, but I know if I'm the special teams guy, I'm saying we got to go after one of these if they're going to leave him alone like that.
Exactly. If you're going to leave a rusher free, go back there, go block the kick. You know, sometimes you do got to be worried a little bit about potentially a fake coming through, but I think at this early stage of the game, I think you might as well just go back there and try to get a hand on it.
Passaic Valley starting this drive in Millburn territory, 1st and 10 at the Millers 49, 6:08 to go in the first quarter.
And Tedesco's the single receiver to the left side.
Benvenuti takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, up the middle.
Benvenuti on just a fake jet. Again, we said with Benvenuti, one of the big key plays that's going to be coming through is going to be this read option. So they ran a read option with Huliev coming through on the jet motion. Faked it, just kept it, and then look at that. That's about an 8-yard gain that we saw off a quarterback run.
Just looks like it's officially 7, but I'm going to be honest with you. I followed Huliev after the mesh.
Yeah.
That's how good the fake was. My eyes were on Huliev, and then I realized that Benvenuti had the ball and was carrying it up the middle.
And I'll say this, Passaic Valley, they look very, very comfortable offensively as the first timeout's called.
Timeout called by Millburn. Passaic Valley with the lead, 12-0, 5:29 to go in the first quarter.
You want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams? Then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code on your screen right now or get in touch by emailing sponsorships at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com or by calling 973-738-3881. That is 973-738-3811. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show.
5:29 to go in the first quarter. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you from Passaic Valley High School, Walton Field, where the Hornets have a 12-0 lead and 2nd and 3 from the Millburn 41-yard line as we resume. Benvenuti hands off to Huliev. Huliev, just a hard run up to hash marks and moves the chains.
You know, we just talked in that sponsorship read about the businesses being the star of the show. I think the star of the show for this game so far has been this Passaic Valley offensive line.
It's the offensive line, but what's impressing me too, your backs and receivers with the downfield blocks, because your line can do their job great all night, but somebody gets off a bad downfield blocks and still stuffs it.
Exactly.
Everybody is blocking
for
Passaic Valley right now. 4:51 to go. Benvenuti follows Huliev, and just hard yardage. He's got to have 8 or 9 on this one. It's going to be 2nd and short inside the Millburn 30.
And that's one of those plays where, again, you're going to the point you just made about the wide receivers being on the outside and blocking downfield. You see immediately the wide receivers on the outside. Nate Tedesco, Julio Lopez, they are out here blocking their minds off on the outside. And that's what's setting up a lot of these big runs, because Passaic Valley, they're not just running straight up the gut. They're bouncing it to the outside. And when you have your receivers creating the space on the outside, that's what allows these big scores to happen.
At some point, though, I do think you have to put one up just to back him out of the box a little bit, just to make him respect the pass. And when you have Noah Redden so wide here to our side, I'm wondering if we're going to see it here. Nope, Benvenuti rolls, dodges too, he's open, and he's up the left side. There's a flag back at the 20-yard line that was thrown as Benvenuti was crossing the goal line.
Correction, I think that was Nicky Huliev, actually. I think they went with a wildcat look on that
one.
I
think you're right. It was Huliev. You're absolutely right.
I think it was Nicky Huliev on the carry there. We'll see what this call is, because maybe this play might be going back.
I don't see a lot of celebration, and I see him walking back.
Yep. It's a bad holding call on a rushing play. You can't have those. It's one of those things where coaches say it's those mental errors, and sometimes you can't have mental errors, not only at this early stage of the game, but on big chunk plays like that. You can't have these mental errors.
It was also downfield, and it was also after the ball had already passed you.
Exactly, yeah. You can't have those. And now you're set up after what essentially would have been a 18-0 score. You're now looking at second or 4 or 5 for the Hornets.
2 receivers left. Huliev set to the left. Following Lewis and then trying to bounce it outside is Benvenuti. Picks up a couple, a lot of work there. Picks up 2 or 3. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Hornets.
Yeah, and I think maybe the big story that's going to...
No.
Yeah, they gave it a first down.
It's a first down. No, he got farther than I thought.
I agree with you, though, John. I think sooner or later you're going to have to see Benvenuti have to put one ball in the air just to see. You got to keep the defense honest, because what Millburn, I think, might start doing soon is they might start loading up the box and keeping contains on the outside.
Exactly.
And I think at that point you're then just basically going to be asking for Passaic Valley to start putting the ball in the air.
Or you play a robber on him.
Exactly.
You are mirroring number 8. Whatever he does, you do the opposite.
And then motion again.
Z motion. Huliev keeps it up the middle. Picks up about 5. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 20-yard line. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. 12-0 the lead for Passaic Valley.
And I'll say this, the Millburn Millers, when you consider that they just allowed a big touchdown run that was called back by a holding call, they've been playing some very stiff football. They've been really holding up Passaic Valley a little bit. And they've been, and one of the great things I like to see is that they're rallying to the football. That's the big thing, is when you get guys rallying to the ball, that's always a plus.
You said during pregame it'd be a physical game, and we're getting a lot of hats to the ball. 3 receiver set, fumble, but the snap by Benvenuti. He picks it up, tries to snake his way through, and he actually makes something out of it. It's going to be 3rd and 1 or 2. Just out. Oh, no, it is another first down. My spots are bad tonight. Nope.
And they say he's about maybe by about the
Third,
nose of the
third
football.
and a yard.
Yeah, maybe
My
about.
spots aren't as bad as I feared.
I'll say this, John. Again, you brought it up. One of the big concerns is going to be, hey, you're out there quarterback. It's new life. You know, you're on the outside as a wide receiver. You never really had to worry about catching snaps and having to read a defense. This is a new territory that we're seeing Passaic Valley in.
Is this where you take the shot? 3rd and short. Not at all, as Benvenuti takes the snap and just runs over the left side. Picks up about 10 there. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line for the Hornets going in with 1:23 left in this first quarter.
Yeah, we're stumbling and bumbling our way through this first quarter. As Passaic Valley, they just keep the ball on the ground. Not a single pass has been attempted by Passaic Valley all quarter. I think maybe that's not just by design. I think that's also potentially sending a message.
They talking to Max Wassel. He talked about wanting to control the ball, about that being a key tonight, and we're seeing it right here.
And it's not only just that, it's also controlling the clock as well. Now, Passaic Valley has owned the time of possession, and a jet sweep to Juliev.
Juliev on the jet. If he plants and cuts, he's got it. He plants and cuts for the touchdown.
Nicky Juliev gets his touchdown back. After he had one called back, he gets his second touchdown.
Juliev with his second touchdown of this quarter and an 18-0 lead for the host Passaic Valley with 45 seconds left in this first quarter. They're going to kick. They're not going for 2 and chasing the points here, Nick.
I think it's smart. Maybe if you go 0 for 3, you might have to go 0 for 2.
And that one from Benvenuti is good. 19-0.
Clean snap, clean hold. Everything went through. And a great job here by Passaic Valley. And we want to give a special thanks to Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls. At Total Recovery Physical Therapy, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. And we're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture, all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today and keep playing at your best.
John Kovach, Nick Iacovo. Can we get a look at that touchdown?
And we get a look at this run right here. Great blocking on the outside, and Nicky Juliev again. We say get north and south, sticking your foot in the ground and getting upfield, because not only does that allow you to gain yards, you know what it also does? When you've got defenders that are chasing you on an angle, when you stop and plant and go forward, it immediately makes the defenders off balance, and that's what allowed Juliev to burst through and get the touchdown.
Plant the back foot and get north-south. He carried that a little wider than some people would like, but he found the opening. Benvenuti's kick deep, fielded backing into the, actually did break the plane, and it'll come out to the 20, where Millburn will take over 1st and 10 with 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, trailing 19-0 here at Walton Field at Passaic Valley High School. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you.
It's been tough sledding for the Millers so far. It has certainly been a tough sledding game for the Millburn Millers. But I think maybe potentially now, after 3 scores, you're finally getting woken up, being like, okay, now we got to start getting into this, and now we got to start firing it out.
Passaic Valley playing press on the corners. Taking the snap is Ornstein. Gets right.
Big hit by Juliev to knock Ornstein out of bounds. That's the biggest gain we've seen the Millers have all game long.
1st and 10, their first down of the night from their own 33-yard line.
For Passaic Valley on the outside, you mentioned press before, John Roy, the senior, and the number 29, Thomas Brettweiser, They're also on the outside. This time, though, they're backed off at about 7 yards, basically playing a little bit of a cover 3 look.
Orbit motion.
And Ornstein just gets met in the backfield. That's Will Capizzi who made the stop there. Again, when you have the orbit motion, sometimes you have to be wary of the offensive front. You can't let them get blown up. And on that play there, we saw Capizzi fly through the line, make an easy stop.
You're getting the ball so deep that you've really got to make up 6-7 yards before you're at a zero sum.
Exactly. You got to make up those yards quick and easy, as it looks like the clock's going to run out here on the first quarter.
And they were going to send out trips to this side. See if they stick with that. 3 scores in the first 12 minutes by Passaic Valley, and they lead Millburn 19-0 at the end of 1 here on the Garden State Athletic Network.
And as part of the Garden State Athletic Network, if you want a great way to promote your business and support your local teams, then become a sponsor on the Garden State Athletic Network. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall 2025 season. Let us help you promote your business or organization throughout New Jersey, all at an affordable cost. To learn more, scan the QR code that is currently on your screen or get in touch by emailing sponsorships at gardenstateathleticnetwork.com or calling 973-738-3881. Let Garden State Athletic Network make your business the star of the show.
And tonight's game is brought to you by Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls, where athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger thanks to our advanced technology and specialized treatment. They're the only clinic in Little Falls that has physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture all under one roof. 2nd and 10.
And John, you are correct. The Millburn going with that trips look, although this time they have a wing on the outside instead of 3 receivers.
Passaic Valley showing blitz. It stood up and running right through the vacated hole is
number 4.
Curry Abib.
Yeah, Abib Curry.
Abib Curry.
The junior. And that's 6'2". At 6'2", 200 pounds, that is a mauler that you have back there carrying the football. And so now that's a big first down for the Millers.
I think the perfect quarter for them might be to put a couple of long drives together and get at least 2 scores back.
Exactly. And when you're losing the time of possession battle, that's going to be key, is that you have to not only get some scores back, you got to start getting the clock back in your favor.
Snap there to Sicoli. Tries to weave to something. Gets a gain of 1. Be 2nd and 9.
As Milletta,
from the Millburn 43-yard line.
And Milletta did a great job there of reading Sicoli. He tried to cut it back across the entire field. Sometimes you can call it being a little too cute with your cuts. And Sicoli got caught there, and Milletta made him pay.
Now we've got the trips look we saw when the first half expired. 3 receivers to the top, rolling back to passes. Sicoli puts it up. It's up. It's caught for a first down by number 18. That's Charles Krasnov, the 6'2", 185-pound senior.
And that's just a simple, just basic hitch routes. Just basic, simple, get 5 yards, find the open window. And Sicoli put it right on his receivers. And then, again, flying upfield. Passaic Valley got to rally to the football a little bit quicker.
1st and 10 for the first time. Millburn in Passaic Valley territory at the Hornets' 44-yard line.
And the Millers, they're going back to the trips look with the wing on the left side. And a direct snap to the back.
To the back, number 4, Curry.
That's Adib Curry again on the direct snap.
Slowed down by number 34, Milletta.
Picks up 2 or 3. Going to bring up 2nd and 7, we'll call it. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Millburn trying to climb a 19-0 mountain that's been built for them by Passaic Valley.
And I'll say this, John, one of the big benefits, you'll love this as a line coach, I love seeing how the Millers are just firing out quickly, get hands immediately on the inside, and that's what's allowed them to start getting some chunk gains here. And again, they line up with the trips look to the left. This time are true trips instead of the wing. And a bit of a pistol look.
Sicoli fakes the handoff, dumps it. Trying a quickie there on the seam route, but it's off the hands of the receiver. Brings up 3rd and 7. Trying for the quick hit there. Get past the second level and look for the ball.
On pass option, it's one of those plays where if ran correctly, sometimes there's almost no way to stop it. And one of the ways it can be stopped is if your receiver drops the ball. And a great quick throw by Sicoli. He's got to put a little bit more inside to his receiver, maybe give him a chance to maybe get upfield. A great execution there that we saw a little bit. Just got to bring the catch in.
Yeah, you just got to make the catch. 3 receivers right. Sicoli rolls to his right, throws downfield, but it's out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th and 7 for the Millers with 9:10 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Sicoli was looking for Zev Fine on the corner route, and he had room too. He had room on the sideline, just angled it a little too far. And from the looks of it, I think maybe the Millers might go for it.
You're kind of in a tight spot here because you're going to be punting from. You're going to be punting from their side at a 50, or right about. I would probably punt.
You could either punt it, or maybe you could try to draw them off sides and then.
That might be what you're seeing, but remember they've already burned a timeout. They can't do that and bang the timeout to send a punt team on.
Got to do that, get the delay of game. Oh, no, Sicoli's going to drop back.
Puts it up over the middle and broken up. Huliev doing it on both sides of the ball. Separates the receiver from the ball. Great hit there. Old school clean, separating the receiver from the ball.
Exactly. A great job by Huliev to fly down through the field. And one of those things where Sicoli, he had some room. He put a little bit too much air on the football. Maybe he had to just drive it a little bit closer into his receiver because he did have his receiver open up the seam. Huliev, though, did a great job, though, of taking advantage of a bit of a bad pass.
1st and 10 from the 41 for Passaic Valley. Coming out of their own territory, they lead 19-0 with 9:06 to go in the first half. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you on the Garden State Athletic Network. Fake handoff, rolling is Benvenuti, and a big hit, but it's held on to for the catch by number 10, Nate Tedesco.
That's an unbelievable catch by Tedesco. That's a tough play to make, and that's the first time we saw Benvenuti throw the football this entire game. Good job of rolling out to his right. He maybe even could have stepped up. He had a lot of green grass.
He had room to step up, absolutely.
Had green grass, but one of those things as a quarterback, one of the smarter things you do is even though you can take the yardage that you have, sometimes you want to be a little bit of a gambler and throw it out there and give your receiver a chance.
I'm trying to figure out what was harder for Tedesco, the limbo he had to do to catch it or holding on to it after the hit.
Huliev on the ground.
Runs up to right, runs over one tackle, picks up a few. He's going to be just shy of a first down. It's going to be 2nd and short from the Millburn 28-yard line. 2nd and 2. Coming up on 8 minutes to go in the first half.
I'll say this, the MVP of that play was number 5, Justin Lewis. He did a great job of sealing a back just right off the line of scrimmage. And that allowed Huliev to break it to the outside. And that's what gets him the big positive yardage. It's one of those things where we say, and we've been impressed, John, this whole entire game watching Passaic Valley, particularly on the outside, they're blocking today.
Lewis particularly has been leading plays up the field. Now, he came off here, and we've got a quads look to the left side. I think you might see him go up here.
You might see a screen pass, or you might see Redden on an open pass.
No, they faked the screen pass with just a peek, and Benvenuti runs up the right-hand side, knocked out of bounds just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal. All he had to do was look left to fake that screen.
Exactly. All he had to do was look left. Give a huge credit to number 3, Noah Redden. on the outside. An unbelievable block from your wide receiver. That's what kicks that play open, is when you have your receivers on the outside, not just blocking, but blocking up the field. That is what has allowed Passaic Valley to really take advantage today.
When I made the transition from coaching the line to coaching the backs and receivers, the thing I harped on them, get the hands inside and run your feet till you hear the whistle.
That's one of the things we always tell wide receivers. There's a difference between a good and great receiver. You have great receivers all over the place with hands and route running. You can tell a great receiver when they're a great blocker. And we're seeing great blocking today on the outside from PV.
Now we're seeing Lewis in the backfield for the first time. Leads Benvenuti up the middle for the touchdown. Benvenuti finds the end zone again, and it's 25-0 in favor of Passaic Valley with 7:11 to go in this first half.
An unbelievable job by Passaic Valley. If we can, let's take a look at how that touchdown came to be.
Do that after the PM.
Passaic Valley did a great job there by Benvenuti, just flying through the hole, reading his blocks.
Is up and it is good. Makes our score the Hornets 26 and the Millers nothing. Benvenuti will kick off. Helas and Emmerich are back deep for the Millers. And the run kick taken by number 33, Emmerich. And he brought down by number 29, Breitweiser. A return of about 11 yards. Millburn will have it. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 7:04 to go until halftime. Number 4, Curry. He stopped immediately after a gain of about 1. A swarm of Hornets brought him down. Looks like they'll give him 2 yards on that carry.
A direct snap to him.
And sometimes, again, maybe you want to catch Passaic Valley off guard, but I think at this stage in the game, I think the Millers really got to start just going to what works. And what we've seen what works is when they've spread Passaic Valley out. When they go into that trips look, PD really has not been able to really adjust well to the trips look, and we'll see if the Millers can adapt.
Passaic Valley shows blitz. Rolling is Sicoli. He tucks, gets around the right side, and picks up 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 5.
And Sicoli trying to find someone open. Millers ran a flood concept, so you had a fade ball on the outside, 2 outs on the inside. And Passaic Valley did a great job, not just of covering it, but also jamming receivers at the line, not allowing the Millers to get upfield on their routes. Takes 2 guys out to play, and then when you have a lockdown corner on the outside, Sicoli's got no chance but to run it.
And that limits what the quarterback can do, because we always coached our quarterbacks, if we're running flood, hey, those guys are blocked. If they're fading back in coverage, you've got green.
And then the Millers ran a screen, a backside screen, so they caught Passaic Valley a little bit off guard, faking the screen to the play side on the left, and then just dumping it off to the right. And so now you're looking at a 4th and 1, and John, I'm going to be honest, at this stage in the game with this score, I think you do got to go for it.
I thought about that, but I'm seeing wholesale changes by the Millers, so I think they don't agree with that. I think they're going to punt and take their chances on stopping Passaic Valley.
Either you punt it away, or I think you maybe
You may see a fake here.
You might do a direct snap to the holder.
I'm watching the up back. Snap back to the punter. He gets it off, but it's short and it's touched. They're going to argue for the ball and probably win it. That was touched by a coverage player.
Yeah.
At the Millburn 44.
And a pooch kick then just sometimes you got to be aware of the ball coming out. And so now we'll see what Passaic Valley can do.
And now they're bringing it. The first down is for Passaic Valley is going to be at the Hornets. Now here we go. At the 45-yard line, which is where it was first touched by the coverage player.
This is Passaic Valley. They're coming off of a tough win against West Milford, 31-21. But the story of that game was what a second-half turnaround we saw from the Hornets. And right now, it's been a first-half team that we've seen from PV today. We'll see if they can keep it up.
That was a turnaround with multiple injuries. And they're cranking tonight on all cylinders. Huliev takes the handoff up the left side, gets brought down after a gain of 10.
Brought down by number 7.
And a big first down. Huliev just running a basic outside zone stretch play, following his blockers. And then again, when you find the gap, getting north and south, getting right up the field.
We got a flag here. Sorry, Nick. Trying to see what we got.
It's always frustrating when you're a ball carrier and you get a big gain, you take a big hit like that, and then you realize, oh, man, I got to come back now because That's another thing that I will say. It's been a pretty clean game so far. No turnovers. Not a lot of penalties really either.
Holding erases the second Passaic Valley run tonight, and it's going to be first down and 16.
And let's see, I think maybe Passaic Valley, you either keep it on the ground, get the first and get close back to the line of scrimmage where you start at it, or maybe you tell Benvenuti, hey, let's start airing it out a little bit. Let's see what you can do throwing a football.
Why not? 4.5 minutes to go. They're up 26-0.
Trips look with a wing on the right side. Huliev lined up play side as well.
Rolling to his right is Benvenuti. He hits Julio Lopez, picks up the penalty and then some. Slow getting up is Millburn's number 33. That's Hunter Emmerich.
And Benvenuti, I want to give him credit on the pass play there. As Benvenuti did a great job rolling out, finding Lopez. Put the ball maybe a little bit too much towards his back shoulder. Maybe you want to fit it a little bit more on his upfield shoulder. Give him a chance to really just turn that corner and go. But a great pass nonetheless. And so far, Benvenuti 2 for 2 on passes today.
But again, Benvenuti, yeah, I'd like to see more touch here and there. This is a guy who is used to being on the other end of passes, and until last week was.
Exactly, as Anthony Bagnulo is down with an ankle injury suffered in the previous game. So it's been a little bit kind of the question that we've been asking this week is who's going to be taking the snaps for Passaic Valley? And we've seen Benvenuti really take advantage of it today.
Emmerich walking off under his own power. We'll be resuming shortly.
I think, John, the biggest takeaway I've gotten from this first half has been, man, oh, man, that Passaic Valley offensive line, they are working today.
I'll take it a step further. It's the offensive line. It's the blocking as a whole. The blocking philosophy from the line all the way downfield has just been exquisite, I'm going to call it. And, yeah, that's not a word you hear with blocking, but I'm a Renaissance guy. Taking a hit. Benvenuti floats one. It's batted, so it's intercepted. Returned up the right side by number 15 for Millburn, Owen Skinner. And now they're untangling the piles. But the first turnover of the night goes to Millburn with 3:44 to go. They will take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And it looked like Benvenuti might have had the backside wheel. He had time, but then pressure came right in his face coming off the edge. That's one of those things where, as a quarterback, sometimes you have to just be aware of the pressure coming through. You can't float one up there like that.
1st and 10. Sicoli fires it out, the quickie on the edge for Charles Krasnov. Krasnov close to the first down, but they're not moving the chains yet. Spying it a little bit. Now they give him the first down with 3:26 to go in the first half.
And Passaic Valley going in a basic cover 3 look. One of the advantages you have as an offense when your receivers have space is that you can go short with the hitch routes, and it's working to effect there.
Quickie out there to Daniel Marks. Marks gets nowhere.
As John Roy laid the boom coming on the sideline off of there, and Sicoli kind of got caught with a bad pass low into his outside on a screen pass. And Passaic Valley is going to make the Millers pay. After you get a big first down on the hitch route, they go back into a cover 3 look, and then immediately you lose yardage on that. I think maybe the Millers, again, one of the big keys, I will say, that the Millers have been doing to success is they've been spreading Passaic Valley out, and that's what allowed them to get open looks.
3 receivers right. Sicoli drops. Middle screen is too high for the intended receiver, Orenstein. Going to bring up 3rd and 12 with 2:34 to go.
Orenstein might have gotten away with a false start there. He jumped a little bit before the snap, but I want to give credit again to Passaic Valley. They have really rallied to the football. And Sicoli, they got to put that pass on a screen pass. Not only do you have to make that because that's an easy throw, that's a big completion. Orenstein had a lot of green grass ahead of him, or turf, as you would say.
Nick, let's take a quick look at the interception that got Millburn the ball here.
And Benvenuti with a trips look here. Snap, good hold. He's got time, but then the rush comes through free, and he just floats one up here off a good bat, and it's just a basic tip drill.
Live, we have the snap to Sicoli. Lofts it downfield. Had the receiver, and it's off his arm. Would have been good for the first down and then some. Instead, it's going to be 4th and 12 for the Millers from their own 42-yard line.
Daniel Marks couldn't take advantage of an early Brett Weiser jump. One of those things as a corner, as we say, you got to be patient. Not just be patient with your receivers running around. You got to be patient with the ball in the air, too. You have to time it up right. Brett Weiser jumped a little too early, and thankfully the Millers didn't make the Hornets pay.
Showing punt is Millburn. Punts up. It's another short one. You know they're yelling poison down on that Passaic Valley sideline. That's a short one.
I think maybe the kick might have just gone off of the shin a little bit. That might have lost a lot of power coming through. So now with 2:13 to go, the Hornets are going to take over.
And they're going to have great field position. It's going to be 1st and 10, but they're already near midfield at their own 43-yard line, and they have all 3 timeouts left.
And, John, one of the things us coaches we will always agree on is that sometimes you have to take advantage of good field position. And that's one thing the Hornets have done today. They have taken advantage of a lot of great field positions they've been getting from the Millers today.
I'm so of 2 minds on this play because part of me just wants to, if I'm Passaic Valley, just wants to take a shot, and part of me wants to burn the next 2:13 and score going in.
And I think
Fake handoff, quick pass, caught by Lewis. Lewis had to jump up. Made the catch, but then he couldn't get his feet when he hit the ground. Gain of only 1.
Quick pass here. Timeout called by Passaic Valley with 2:03 to go. Interesting timeout call here. You had the 2-minute warning coming up, too. So, interesting call that we've seen from the Hornets today.
Their first timeout. Each team with 2.
Total Recovery Physical Therapy. They've been an excellent sponsor as they are sponsoring this game tonight. At Total Recovery Physical Therapy, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. We're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture. And it's all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today and keep playing at your best.
Be 2nd and long 8, we'll call it 9.
Yeah, think that's about a 9-yard gain. The Hornets got to go here. 2:03 on the clock. 26-0.
Each team with 2 timeouts. And here you've got trips really, really wide to our side for Passaic Valley. 1 receiver wide left.
Yeah, you got trips to the boundary, but don't be surprised if they take the shot to Redden on the outside.
Screen, actually, to Huliev. He's got blockers. He gets around 2 tackles. Big block downfield, still going. Up the line. And it's a touchdown. A 58-yard touchdown for Nick Huliev.
Dante Benvenuti, another touchdown pass to go to his stat sheet. That's his first touchdown pass as a quarterback.
I'll tell you what, great touch on that.
Yeah,
Great touch on that screen. You snuck Huliev out of the backfield, and the blocking he had downfield was fantastic.
Excellent. And not just that, excellent selling the fake. You saw the entire Millburn Millers get immediately to the backfield, and Huliev just had grass for days on that.
Yep.
Is up and it is good.
Kick's good by Benvenuti. 33-0 with still a minute 46 to go in the first half. Let's take a look at this screen pass that is the 3rd long touchdown by Passaic Valley tonight.
As actually, that's the rushing attack. We'll see if we can get the screen pass
Yeah,
pulled up.
bear with us a second.
Yep.
All right, we got that's all right. Not going to get that screen pass.
It's all right. We apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that screen pass to you shortly.
Yeah, we'll figure that out and get it to you. There it is.
I believe you might have found it here as the kickoff will be coming your way shortly.
So here we go.
Screen pass here. Great job selling. Then look at upfield. Look at that. Great blocking from the guards and tackles.
2. Watch this block. A pancake.
Unbelievable.
35 yards into that run.
James Picarello, Richard Brettweiser, Jaden Rodriguez. I mean, that's how you get it done, is blocking on the outside. And a long kick and
Loose
a
ball.
Long kick is going to be
Picked up. Now trying to reverse field. Can't do it. That was Nico Hillis for Millburn trying to salvage that. Instead, the Millers are going to have the ball 1st and 10 in the shadow of their own goal line. Forget about the goalpost.
That's one of the scary things as a returner is when you get a kick that goes that high in the air. It's almost like you're waiting for it, and then when it finally gets down to you, sometimes you have to be prepared for that. And when you're not prepared, it'll be a long night.
1st and 10 at the 9 for the Millers. They have 2 timeouts. Passaic Valley has 2 timeouts.
Still with a minute 38 to go in the first half.
Direct snap to Ornstein. Takes it left. Picks up 5. Benvenuti on the tackle because he hasn't done enough to earn his keep tonight.
Benvenuti putting in a full day's work at the office today. An unbelievable first half that we've seen today.
I don't think he minds.
But it's also incredible when you think on just a basic direct snap, get 6 yards out of that. Now you're looking at a 2nd and 4.
I'm looking at it, and it looks like they're just playing a straight cover 3. They're not playing a cover 4 look or anything. And that one is caught. Sicoli all.
Going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Will Capizzi's going to be the one who stuffed it out.
Capizzi just found Sicoli in the backfield and never let him go.
And Capizzi did a great job, not just of stuffing it out, but staying home. Because you saw Sicoli, he did this fake little spin around, trying to keep it on the handoff. Sometimes it's not just knowing who to get, it's about where to get. And Capizzi did a great job staying home, reading that fake, and making the play.
It looks like both teams are going to take the 2 timeouts home with them as Millburn's waiting for the call. They're going to burn as much of the play clock as they can, run one more play, and then not snap the ball again as we're inside of 10 seconds.
I think he might do a victory formation. Yep, it certainly looks like it.
Victory out of the gun. Oh,
Oh,
no.
never mind. Just
Oh,
get-
tried to run, but it's another tackle for a loss. And that's going to take us to halftime. All Passaic Valley, 33 points
33.
by Passaic Valley. They lead
33-0.
They lead Millburn 33-0.
It's been all gas, no brakes from the Hornets so far. Great first half that we've seen. A lot of adjustments need to be made on both sides. Great first half overall.
We'll be back with the second half shortly.
the Passaic Valley Marching Band. Let's hear it for them.
Welcome back to Walton Field at Passaic Valley High School. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you. Nick, it is all Passaic Valley, 33-0 at the half. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls. At Total Recovery, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. And we're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today to keep playing your best. Nick, a screen pass key in this 33-point, I'll call it, onslaught in the first half by the Hornets. Let's take a look at what made that successful.
Exactly. So Bevenuti did a great job there of selling the fake and then just finding an open man Juliev. And you see, you got 3 lead blockers out wide, and then with your tackles and guards. And then boom, as you see, immediately blocking on the outside. Lineman going out to the second level, fighting through. And then it's just Nicky Julia just doing what he does best, fighting through traffic, staying upright, and then making an easy touchdown. But I want to give credit to the entire Passaic Valley offensive front. They have been the stars of the show today. The blocking that we have seen, really from both teams, honestly, on these run plays has been absolutely exceptional. Although the Millers don't have a point to show for it right now, that is not to discredit, especially as we saw in the second quarter. They really did start pushing the Hornets around a little bit.
I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit here, and I think it's the entire Passaic Valley offensive unit that deserves credit for the blocking, because it's everybody. It's backs on wham blocks coming across, springing it at the point of attack. It's guys sealing the perimeter. It's creating walls up the seam. They're blocking. Wherever a block is needed, there's a Hornet there to do it.
Exactly. And again, when you consider you're going to a game with not your typical starting quarterback, this is not the normal offense that we see Passaic Valley run. They have been absolutely exceptional in not just execution, but really beating the Millers to the punch.
Because of the margin, right now 33 points, this entire second half is going to be running clock. The clock will not stop for the next 24 minutes. Kick is taken by Diedrich, and he's tackled just outside the 20, where Millburn will take over 1st and 10.
Good return there, and I think for the Millers, I think the big adjustment that needs to be made, honestly, on the offensive side of the ball is I think they need to start spreading the Hornets out a little bit more. We've seen them get success, not just in terms of moving the chains, but in getting big yardage on spreading the Hornets out with that trips look, going into the boundary area, and really sort of making the Hornets have to start respecting the athletes that we've seen on the Miller side. And I think for the Hornets, I think the big key is that you can't allow that to happen. You need to start spreading out a little bit, matching the spread that we've seen the Millers take great success of.
One receiver wide right, 2 backs, and really 2 wings showing to the short side. Orbit motion. Sicoli takes the snap. He picks up 2, and it gets shut down. Just a fireman's carry takedown to wrap up that play after a gain of 2.
And a good carry to start things off, getting about 4 to 5 yards on your first carry.
He got farther than I thought. Let me correct myself there. Sorry, Nick.
You're good, John. Again, but this was one of the things that we saw earlier is the Hornets having to adjust, not just in terms of the punch that we've seen the Millers give, but also spreading them out. When you spread your offense out, it takes guys out of the play and it allows you to potentially open up, because the strength that we've seen Passaic Valley have today is that they've really loaded the box. So when the Millers have spread it out and forced them to leave that, that's what's been giving the Millers success.
Orbit motion again. Pitch by Sicoli. It's going to be a pitch pass. Downfield, big, wide open.
Intended for number 8, Dykeman.
There's Dykeman on the catch, on the pass. You got to bring that one in. A little bit of a trick play. Toss pass. Toss it out to the running back. Lets it throw. First on the pass. That was 15. Owen Skinner on the pass.
Junior quarterback. You got to be alert to that. You got a quarterback lined up at wing. He's going in motion. You got to think they're going to do something tricky like that.
Exactly, and that's a good pass, too. Right in the hands. Got it over the head of 2 safeties. You got a safety behind and then a corner going in front. Put it right in the window. Got to just bring that in. And that would have been a huge momentum shift. I think that's going to be the story when you see potentially coming out of this film is there are a lot of opportunities and a lot of drop passes that we've seen the Millers have today.
No doubt. Orbit motion again. Actually, I think you had illegal motion there. They let it go. Scissors counter.
He's going to number 4, Curry.
As Ornstein handed it off to Curry.
Across the 40
Curry
yard
gets
line.
the first down, but I think there was a little moving around behind the line there.
Yeah, I think me and you both agree. Maybe potentially got away with a little bit of an illegal motion, but give credit though to the Millers. Take advantage while you can. And you saw on the fake reverse, on the reverse to the outside, get another first down. I think it's sort of one of those things. Small victories, get first downs, and then get points, and then start getting back into this game. Get small victories first. I think that's what the Millers' mindset has been so far.
Keep the ball moving, break the shutout. Orbit motion again. Rolling is Sokoli, fires it. Going up the ladder for the catch was number 18, Krasnov, but he doesn't come down with it.
And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Sokoli with the orbit motion, I think maybe might have taken a little bit of a gamble. He should have just dumped it off a little bit to the orbit coming out. Had open grass on that open pass too.
I think they're trying to catch the corner flying up on that they're trying to sell that they're going to pitch and hope that the corner, that the edge defender is going to come flying up on that.
That's exactly right. And the Hornets currently are running a cover 3 look, which means that they have their corners playing extra deep, not allowing anything to really get behind them. So I think maybe one of those things where you do want to catch them off guard, but sometimes take advantage of the quick yards.
Flag there, and I think that's going to come back. It's going to the motion went forward.
It can't come forward on the illegal motion.
The illegal shift the call.
Flag down on the play.
That's one of the dangers when you have an orbit motion is that you can't come forward on your motion, regardless of how far back you go on that motion. You can't step forward, and that's one of the dangers with an orbit motion. And you see the Millers, they took advantage before where they were running a gray, and you saw they were able to get yards, but on this type of play, it's not going to go.
2nd and 15 now, and we're 5 minutes already into the second half. Again, running clock because of the margin right now, 33-0 in favor of Passaic Valley. The clock not Millburn's friend.
6:45 to go in the third quarter.
Spin, Spicoli passes it to nobody.
I think maybe some miscommunication from Sokoli and Curry. I think Sokoli was trying to get Curry to go upfield, and Curry kind of just stopped and just stayed into the flat.
3rd and 15 now. Clock still running. Coming up on 6:20 to go in this third quarter. John Kovach, Nick Iacovo with you on the Garden State Athletic Network. Coming to you live from Walton Field at Passaic Valley Regional High School.
I can see down on the sideline, number 12, Anthony Hall, getting warmed up. Potentially might have him step into the game at quarterback.
You know what? Get him start getting guys varsity reps.
Exactly. At this early stage, especially those young sophomores, get them early reps. A deep pass downfield.
Sokoli deep, going up the ladder was number 3.
Incomplete, out of bounds.
Ooh.
Jack Kukaski. They rule it incomplete, out of bounds. Pretty sure it was Kukaski. No, excuse me, that was 7. That was Ryder Rabinowitz again.
And Rabinowitz, if this was one of those things where you had the NFL challenge flag, I might have thrown that there. It looked like Rabinowitz might have got the foot in bounds. By the way, though, that's a tough catch to make. Off the run.
Very tough. They're doing a good job climbing the ladder, but they're having to climb a little bit too high.
Exactly. Climbing up to the top step might have to be just a little too much. Might get it down a bit.
High snap is brought down. Punt takes a Passaic Valley bounce, and it is down just inside the Hornets 40 by Zev Fine.
Let's see who trots out there at quarterback for the Hornets. Yep, it's going to be Hall as he enters the game, as I don't see Benvenuti.
Anthony Hall, 5'7", 145-pound sophomore. Clock running, coming up on 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Oh, correct me. Actually, Anthony Hall's in the game.
Hall's in as a wideout. And Benvenuti is still in the game.
I think maybe he might just give him one more drive and then just say, yep, you're done for the day.
3 receivers wide left. Benvenuti takes the snap, fakes the handoff,
Makes a move.
ducks, makes a couple of moves, still going, gets the ball to midfield, 1st and 10, coming up on 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And Benvenuti took advantage of a little bit of some undisciplined tackling. When you reach high on a guy that has some size and you're able to dip underneath, that's what allows you to get free and get those positive yardage. And on a QB power that was essentially met at the line, get a first down. That's pretty impressive.
I'm very impressed by the ability of both Benvenuti and Huliev and the others who run to dodge tackles. They're really good at keeping their feet, running their feet, and moving their body up, down, side to side, and dodging tackles.
They've been great in space, and I think that's a big positive you're looking out of this game.
Huliev up the middle. He's got some space. Breaks through. Finally brought down around the 40-yard line. Should move the chains again with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. And here come the cramps as we have kind of a cool night. It's Huliev who's getting stretched at the 40. If you want to become part of what we're doing here at the Garden State Athletic Network, become a sponsor. We have network and game sponsorship opportunities available for the fall season, for the winter season, the spring season, the whole high school football season, the whole high school sports season. We'll be bringing you the action from all over New Jersey. Contact us about sponsorship. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen now. You can call 973-738-3881, or you can email sponsorships, that's sponsorships plural, at GardenStateAthleticNetwork.com. Let us make you the star of the show.
As Huliev still on the ground, cramping up. Both him and Benvenuti, they've had quite the workload this game, haven't they, John?
Seriously, these guys have done it both sides of the ball, special teams, and really have dominated tonight's game with a lot of help from the guys in front of them who cleared paths.
It's been great to watch that we've seen the Hornets moving the chain. So now in the backfield it's going to be number 13, Ryan Corrigan, a sophomore.
Benvenuti takes the snap. He was led by Justin Lewis, and Benvenuti with a 40-yard touchdown to make it 39-0.
Richard Bretweiser getting fired up as we saw, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be fired up. This running attack from Passaic Valley has been absolutely outstanding, and we came into the game saying, hey, Passaic Valley, the strength to this team has been their air attack. Are they going to air it out? They've done the complete 180, and they have dominated this game on the ground.
I expected tonight to be a grinding game from Millers, a passing game from the Hornets, and I've seen anything but.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Benvenuti's kick is good to make it 40-0 as we hit the 2-minute mark of the third quarter with the clock running.
Unbelievable game as we saw an injury go down, but we want to give a special thanks to the sponsor of today's game, Total Recovery Physical Therapy of Little Falls. At Total Recovery, athletes recover faster, prevent injuries, and come back stronger with our advanced technology and specialized treatments. And we're the only clinic in Little Falls that offers physical therapy, occupational therapy, chiropractic, and acupuncture, all under one roof. Call Total Recovery PT today and keep playing at your best.
Clock continues to run because of the running clock situation. So by the time the ball's kicked, there's only going to be about a minute left in this third quarter. Thank you, Nick.
Absolutely, and what a game this has been. 40-0. Passaic Valley has really, really grinded this game out, and they came in with a plan that we're just going to beat the Millers to the punch, and they certainly have. That's not saying that the Millers have not put up a fight, even though the score will say otherwise, but they have really, really been firing out on the ground game. This has been smash-mouth football at its best.
Even the long runs, as I said in the first half, even the long runs have been smash-mouth.
Overhead kick taken by Dietrich.
Diedrich fields the kick, and what coverage!
That's number 7, John Roy, firing down. Roy, a wide receiver and a corner, did an unbelievable job of firing down. Great kick coverage. That's one of those things where, as a coaches, you have to love when your kick coverage team is flying down the field and making plays.
It's one of the great things to see. It's like when you hit that perfect golf drive and you don't feel it. You just hear the click and it's going. That's that. We're inside of 10 seconds to go into third quarter with this running clock. I don't think they're going to get this play off.
Nope, it doesn't look like it. So we're going to go to the fourth quarter at 40-0.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Millers. Their own 15-yard line, trailing 40-0 on the Garden State Athletic Network. Take a look at that screen pass, that Benvenuti run that just made it 40-0.
Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at that. Benvenuti, great snap, good read option, read, and then look at the blocking. Look at the blocking on the outside, and then great blocking upfield from Redden. You know, we've mentioned it before, the blocking from the offensive front, but John, I really do have to agree with you. The skills positions blocking today has been outstanding from the Hornets.
Lewis has played like a fullback lined up at wing. It's like watching an old, like Maurice Carthon in his prime, and his prime was with the New Jersey Generals. It was. You can argue it all you want. We'll have that debate someday. But it was like watching Maurice Carthon from fullback, except he's coming at you at an angle. He's coming at you from wing and clearing out space.
And the Hornets, some new players out here on defense. Dennis McVeigh, as I see, down at corner. And on the other side, number 9, Julio Lopez, he's playing corner on the opposite side.
1st and 10. New quarterback in for Millburn.
Yeah, that looks like
number 11, Graham Vogel, 6'2", 170-pound sophomore.
And they handed it off to Marks, who was able to get a good gain. And that one, so I think maybe the Millers trying to put some points on the board.
Well, you never want to get shut out. If you can break the shutout, it's something you can hang your hat on. 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard gain there.
We see the Hornets going in with a basic 4-3. 2 safeties back deep. Potentially might be going to a cover 2 or a cover 4. And a pass is incomplete.
Again broken up. And they've been on receivers' hands more than once.
Yeah, that's going to be the story of this game. It's going to be the missed opportunities, the drops, the bad plays, just the missed blocks. That's going to be the story of this game today. It's going to be how the Millers had a lot of opportunities to really get positive yardage.
And I think another story is the absolute clinic that Passaic Valley put on about how to block at the line, at the point of attack, and downfield.
Been great today as shotgun drop back.
Off a few hands there, but that's going to fall incomplete.
And I think the Millers, they might have had, that was number 22, William Arafat up the field. You kind of got past a couple safeties, so potentially you could have just planted your feet and let that ball fly. You had open grass ahead of you.
You got to see it, though. Coming up on 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Millburn to punt. Dietrich's going to punt from inside his own 10. Takes the snap. High punt, not a lot of distance, and it's fielded.
Oh, flag called.
I think it's going to be an invalid fair catch signal the way he because he caught it and then took off, and it's going to be one of those invalid fair catch signals. The point was made against the Passaic Valley team. They'll get backed up. Delay for running it back after the.
Let's see what happens. So 1st and 10 for the Hornets.
5-yard penalty.
And they're in Millburn territory. Again, I think the big key Passaic Valley has done today is taking advantage of a lot of great field position.
Oh, to start as many drives as they did on the Millburn side of the 50, you can't help but score 40 points.
Exactly. And Let's see who's back there for the Hornets. And yep, so now new quarterback has entered.
That's Ryan Corrington, it looks like.
That's number 2. I think that's Anthony Hall back there. Yep, that's Hall.
Oh, it is Hall. You're right.
Hall hands it off up the gut.
Gives to number 13, Corrington. Brought down by number 99, Redu.
I'm really, really impressed. Dante Benvenuti getting the starting nod today. Looked calm. He looked composed. I think, again, we didn't see a ton of arm, but when you consider how much Passaic Valley ran the football today, I don't think you really need to put a ball in.
Didn't need it. And this is a guy who was on the other end of the passes. He was a wide receiver until you lost your starter last week, stepped in, they won that, had a week to prepare, but had a week to think about it. Put your best athlete in there, and he was confident, ready to go, and it showed tonight.
Exactly.
Hall again with the handoff. There's Corrington, takes the handoff, cuts back to the right, gets tackled right around, just outside the 30, be 1st and 10 at the 31.
And Corrington just fighting his way upfield, just the basic power run out of shotgun, just lets him go fly up through the gaps. And again, the blocking to the 2nd and 3rd levels that we've seen from the Hornets today has been outstanding, not just from the offensive front, but particularly on the outsides with the wide receivers and the wing backs has been incredible today.
3 receivers right, and they're way out by the numbers. 1 inside, 1 outside the numbers to the left. Waiting for the hand to go up from the back judge.
Just waiting for the clock to go.
But just burn as much clock as you can.
Exactly. No need to rush.
Hall and Corrington in the backfield. Hall takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Corrington, tries a juke, he gets tackled, loses a yard or so, bring up 2nd and 10 or 11.
And that was for the Millers, number 13, Adam Rubin, the senior. Did a great job of staying low, and it's one of the things as defensive backs you're told, shut off any potential cuts that you can have. Make them have to go through you, because if they can't gut to the outside, you can easily make the plays, and we saw there. Great drop and roll.
2nd and 11, coming up on 6 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Again, running clock due to the margin of the score for this entire second half. And Passaic Valley in no hurry to snap the football. They'll wait till they find out there's 5 seconds to go on the play clock and then start to think about it. Hand is up, so now they'll start the cadence. Hall hands off. Corrington up the middle. Picks up 4 or 5.
And this is a Passaic Valley team that needed this win. You had a tough win at West Milford, an emotional game, get a big-time blowout win here, and then think about this. They go on a bye week this week, and then they're 3 straight games on the road at West Essex, at Wayne Hills, at Nutley High School. It's a tough 3-game stretch you're going to get from the Hornets, so I think a big win here going into your bye week is very, very crucial.
It truly is. You can't underestimate that. You know, get healthy. Maybe you get your starters back, and you're already clicking on all cylinders. We'll be back with you tomorrow. Hall takes the snap, keeps it, takes it out to the left, cuts back inside. Finally taken down, but it's going to be 1st down and goal just outside the Millburn 5. I'll be with John Rickard bringing you the game from Pompton Lakes tomorrow afternoon. Waldwick at Pompton Lakes.
As we saw over there, shot of the crowd. It was a neon night tonight. It was a great game so far. And as the Hornets now again.
Is that why the bridges aren't done down by Howard Boulevard? Because they're all here watching the football game? Is that what's going on?
As the Hornets now with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Hall still at quarterback. As the Hornets are driving down the field, potentially looking to add 6 more points to this deficit.
4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Running clock for the entire second half. Hall takes the snap, hands it off. Corrington gets it to the front porch. Be second and goal from the 2.
It's going to be second and goal from the 2-yard line for the Hornets.
So now with 3:35 to go, Hornets knocking on the door of potentially another score here.
Some substitutions made by Millburn.
As big-time touchdowns scored today, Benvenuti and Huliev, they've been the only ones who have scored the touchdowns for the Hornets, so potentially looking to add a brand new face to the end zone.
Let's see if we can get somebody else in the box score. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Hall and Corrington in the backfield.
2-by-2 look over here. And never mind, it's just going to be kneel down victory formation.
Take all the time they can. You don't need the touchdown. It's
You've done enough. You've done enough.
right. It's tough for the JV kids who want to score, the guys who don't get a lot of time, but you don't want to be on the wrong end of this.
Great scoring all around. We've seen from the Hornets, and what a great home crowd we had today too. An excellent home crowd, a lot of energy, big atmosphere. That's always what makes these games a lot more fun, is when you get the crowd, you get the band going.
You have to have a band, and the atmosphere has just been fantastic. Of course, you hang 40 on your opponent, and generally is kind of a decent atmosphere in the hometown stands too.
About 1:45 left to go on the game.
Victory in the gun is probably one of my least favorite things in the game of football. I'll tell you that. I'm not criticizing anybody, but
it's intriguing when you see the victory in the gun instead of being from the classic under center victory formation.
I mean, why not back the single backup like he's a cover 4 safety? Play him at like 15.
Exactly. So now ball's going to be on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, this poor kid Hall here. Hall here is minus 8 yards rushing right now because he took the snap.
Fourth down for the Hornets as we are under 1 minute to go.
Under a minute to go.
Inside the final minute, as Nick just said.
Hornets about to walk out of here with another win. They advance to 3-1 on the season as Coach Max Wassel, again, they get a bit of a break coming up next week as they have a bye next week, and then they're on the road at West Essex on October 3rd. Or, excuse me, they're on the road at West Essex October 3rd.
So that would be next week.
Yep,
yeah.
Next week. And then they're at Wayne Hills, then at Nutley. So 3 consecutive road games. As that will... And then they'll end off the season on the 24th of October against Lakeland here at Passaic Valley.
That's it. They're not going to snap another ball. All Passaic Valley, all night. 40-0, the Hornets win.
Exactly. Impressive performance that we've seen from the Hornets today. Impressive job by Dante Benvenuti. Multiple touchdowns on the ground. He had a touchdown throughout the air. Nick Huliev, a stud running the ball today. Exceptional execution all around. And the Hornets, again, you came into a game with a lot of injuries, a lot of questions. And it's impressive to see how the Hornets responded.
A clinic on blocking. Huliev, Benvenuti. What more can you say?
Exactly. An unbelievable job all around.
That's going to do it for us from Walton Field at Passaic Valley High School. For Nick Iacovo, our crew, this is John Kovach. Thanks for joining us on the Garden State Athletic Network.